What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Project Ozone Lite. Oh yeah, guys. So I wanted to start off today by knocking out a few more quests. We're gonna knock out some of these here in the Botania section. Gonna be pretty simple. We just have to craft these items. There's crafting over here for like the different runes, and I have already done some of these. In fact, if we click the detect submit, it should show that I got summer and winter. I crafted those up, and those are part of the runes that are in my inventory. My inventory looks like a complete mess right now, but trust me, there's actually order to this. So 2 lime, 2 red, a green, a gluttony rune, and a seed makes a munch dew. So that's one of the quests that we needed to do. This generates mana based on growing trees nearby. It eats the leaves on the trees to produce mana. We already have mana under control, so we're never going to use this flower, but it is one of the quests that we needed to do. So now we got that one done. We have another one here where it needs a rune of mana, 2 pink, 2 purple, a lime, and a seed should make the Rosa Arcana. And this particular flower will take your experience levels. It'll start draining those from you and then converting that into mana. Again, we have mana under control, so we don't need to do that. But again, we have the quest, so we're doing it anyway. All right, so we got another one here. We need 2 orange, a red, a fire, a earth, and then a seed, which I guess I forgot to grab for that. So let's do that now. There it is. That gives us a thermal lily. This one, like the water flower we used pretty early on, will take lava sources instead of water sources and turn it into mana. All right, and then finally, let's place a little bit more water down. And then we needed a fire, a summer, 2 light gray, a red, 2 yellow, I'm sorry, and a seed. That should make ourselves the Gormoralis. This is a flower that I use quite often for generating mana. You put food nearby it, it eats it immediately, and then starts making mana that way. But again, in this particular mod pack, with all the blacker lotuses that we have, mana is not an issue, so we really don't have to worry about all these different ways of generating mana. So we have a few quests knocked out now. Let's go ahead and claim these guys. We'll do top loot chest today. Top chest, best chest? I don't know. Maybe. We're still looking for like some super OP things that we can get from these different rewards. So hopefully today's the day. What do we get? A flask of magma skin that gives us fire resistance. Fluix and Certus quartz blocks. Cryo-stabilized flux duct. Okay. Then mana lens, velocity, and efficiency. So those mana lenses are that reward's halfway okay. I made a mana lens over here for our Elven mana spreader, which we could upgrade to the Gaia one if we fight the Gaia boss and use that stuff on it. I made a composite mana lens. Velocity and potency is what we made here. Now, if you don't know, you can make a composite lens using a slime ball. That's all you gotta do. So slime ball in your crafting grid, and then 2 different lenses. So in this case, velocity and efficiency would make a velocity efficiency mana lens. But we want velocity and potency, so it shoots the mana faster, and the potency makes it more mana per burst, right? So that's like the best lens you can get for, I guess, runic altar crafting for one. Now, if you want to go longer distances, I think efficiency would be better. But anyway, that doesn't matter for us. So there is 4 more quests knocked out. And then I need to put this thing right back on there. Yeah, it just speeds up how fast that thing transfers mana. So we can make the runes pretty quickly. So let's go back to the quest book real quick. So we have another one here, a jaded amaranthus. I don't remember what this one does. I feel like it has something to do with bees, but I could be absolutely wrong. So this requires a rune of spring. Let's take a look. Rune of spring, not sprink, spring. So that is a fire, water, 3 saplings. So fire rune we don't have. So that is nether wart, nether rack, gunpowder. Another gunpowder. We'll get a chance to see how fast this thing makes the runes now. So let's do mana dust and mana steel. All right, so those 5 things should make what we're looking for, and then of course we need the wand to complete the craft. So doot, and then a living rock, and it's done. It's so fast now. I love it. All right, so we have the fire. So we needed fire, water. Do we have water? Hopefully we do. Yeah, fire, water. And then wheat and 3 saplings. Wheat. Sapling. I guess we'll use the oak. That should be just fine. And I think you can use different types. They don't have to be the same one. Yeah, so making the tier 2 runes, that just goes so quick. It's so good. All right, so there is our rune of spring. Awesome. So we need that to make the jaded amaranthus, I think is how you pronounce that. So we need purple, lime, green. So we got a perp, a lime, and a green. There it is. We need a living rock, and there was also a redstone root, I do believe, which is grass, tall grass, or I guess that's just called grass now, plus a redstone. So we need bone meal to get this thing going, and then we need our shears. There they are. I really do like these shears. I've been growing a lot of the Botania tall flowers with them, and the shears just do like a huge area. I think it's like a 7x7. It's a large area anyway. It might even be bigger than that. I don't really know. I haven't tested it. So we can just plop down a bunch of grass like this. If we just go somewhere in the center and use the shears, it'll like harvest practically all of it, if not all of it. No? Oh, I was doing the wrong button. I was doing a right click instead of a left click. So yeah, you can see how large of an area that does. It's just crazy. I like this particular item. All right, apparently my magnet's not on, so let's turn that back on. All right, we get all the tall grass we could possibly want and a few extra flowers here. Guess the shears do not shear the flowers, not a big deal. All right, so now we got that. We can make ourselves the redstone root. Just need one of those guys, not a stack plus 4. All right, so is that all we needed? Is that all we needed? I think that might be. Let's try, wait. No, that goes over in the petal apothecary, not in this thing. That would have been a silly mistake to make. So now I need to find some water. I used up all of my water. Should probably get some more infinite water supplies around. That should be just fine though. All right, so there's water. So we can just queue these guys. Oh, I gotta turn off my magnet. Queue those guys all in there. So there is green, lime, purple, redstone root, spring, and then we need a seed. There it is. There's a jaded amaranthus. Now I am kind of curious because I absolutely do forget what the jaded amaranthus does. So let's just take a look in here. Isn't there a way that we can do the index? Jaded, this one. Everyone likes flowers, right? The jaded amaranth is for that purpose. Feeding it with mana from mana pools will have it quickly grow new mystical flowers around it. Oh, right. Okay. So instead of using the mystical or the floral fertilizer to grow the mystical flowers, you can plant down the jaded amaranthus and that will draw mana to make new flowers. Okay, so you have another option in order to get new flowers. All right, well, that's probably not a thing we're going to be using since we don't really need the flowers themselves. Unless we run out completely, we can always bone meal, grow the tall ones, and get more petals that way, right? Okay, so let's go back to our quest book here and claim that particular one. Yeah, that one's done. Top loot chest. Come on, big money, no whammies. A witch charm. How many of those do we have right now? 5. All right, so here's our 6th witch charm. Dang it. Still looking for like a really OP item that we can get. Have not received one yet. All right, so we got a cake flower, the Kekimurius. I don't know. K-E-K-I. This guy. So this requires white, orange, brown, and gluttony. Now, I just made a gluttony a little bit ago, I'm pretty sure, to make a rune of winter. So we look at the uses on this, or no, the recipe. No, I had to make a rune of winter, yeah, to make the gluttony. And then that one was used to make the munch dew. So we just have to make the gluttony, and I guess I never registered that with the book that we made one. Does it say that we made one over here? Summer and winter. Oh, no, that would be this section down here. That one's locked. Okay, well, I need to make another gluttony, I guess, to make this particular flower. So we need winter fire, and the winter is made with a cake, which is super easy for us now since we have that cow outside. Yeah, the cow out there that's been milked. So we have lots of milk stored up over in this drum. This thing's full up now. So there's that. So now we can tell the system to make a cake. Winter cake. This one. Awesome. All right, so there's our cake. And you put all this stuff away. We don't need that anymore. So going back to this, we need water and earth. We do have water. Do we have earth? We do. So that's awesome. Water, earth, cake, snow, wool. I know we have wool on AutoCraft, and I'm pretty sure we had enough snowballs in the system to make plenty of snow blocks. Awesome. So that should be all that we need in order to make the Rune of Winter, and then I'll go ahead and just craft the rest of the pieces here to get us going. And done. Awesome. All right, let me go and finish up the rest of this crafting, guys, and we'll be right back. All right, guys, so we have one final plant to do, and apparently I forgot to grab a bucket of water yet again. You know what I'm gonna do? Let's grab a few buckets here, and we'll just fill them up full of water. So next time I need water, I can just search the system here, our Applied Energistics system. We'll always have water available. It seems like a good idea to me. All right. Yep. A little bit of server lag I'm noticing every now and then. I don't know if that's my connection to the server or if there's something weird that happens on the server every few seconds, but it seems like we get random pauses like that. Anyway, so magnet is off, so we just need to do gluttony, 2 white, 2 orange, 2 brown, pixie dust, and a seed. And there is our cake flower. So that one eats cakes to generate mana. Cake mana, aw yeah. All right, so we have all these quests done. Oh, I guess we still gotta do botanical brewing, but we can do that one later. I did all the season runes, so let's do the top chest here. I did the rune of sins. We got all these done. These just require the tier 2 plus a tier 1 rune and then 2 mana diamonds each. They're all pretty simple to do. So we'll claim that one. And then finally the cake mana, we'll do that one as well. Quest updated. All right, so how are we doing for rewards? We get growth crystal tier 2. 7 compact giant chance cubes, goodness. And then we get ourselves a repair talisman. Okay, so this is an item that I've heard of before, but I have never personally used. Now, it's my understanding that this repairs items that are in your inventory, which it appears to be doing. Or so our diamond wand right now is gaining its durability back just by having this on me. So it looks like that goes in the belt slot. Does that still work while it's there? Oh my goodness, that is fantastic. I have never used the repair talisman before, at least not to my knowledge. So if that's just going to repair our vanilla tools with the durability bar on it, that is great. So we have other things in the system, maybe like bows or whatever. We could put all of those in our inventory. I don't know. Do they all repair at the same time? It looks like it. So if you got a lot of stuff you want to repair, that is a great item for that. I like it. All right, so let's put all these other things away. So that's probably one of the best rewards that we have collected so far. Oh, I guess I should grab that water, and I should keep 1 bucket of water on me just in case for whatever reason later on. Okay, so we have all of these done. So I was thinking we should go fight the Gaia Guardian tier 2. So we need a Dice of Fate. That's a unique item that drops from the tier 2 boss. So it's basically the same as the first one, but you have to do the Gaia ingot. But I guess in order to do that, we need to have some Gaia Spirit. And the Gaia Spirit, we've used all of ours. So we have to take one of our Terra Steel here, fight the first boss, get the what are these things called? The Gaia Spirits. So we can make the Gaia Spirit ingot. So we'll be able to make 2 of those after fighting 1 boss. I think we get 8. So yeah, let's go ahead and get that done. I'll fight this first boss real quick in the rain. Hopefully I'll sleep this away for the other boss, and we'll be back for that fight. All right, guys, so as I was fighting the Gaia boss, I noticed that our frame rate was getting pretty laggy. If you look in the entities in the top left-hand corner, you can see that there's over like 600 entities. It was up to 900 plus. My FPS was getting down to about 15 or whatever. I was afraid I wouldn't be able to complete that fight. But yeah, I've gotten that taken care of now. So what's going on is as we're killing mobs in our mob farm, they're producing this inferium essence. Now this is supposed to be going into our drawers here, but all three of these compacting drawers, which are maxed out, can't handle any more of the essence. I probably should have a void upgrade on one of these, but I was thinking since we're putting the essence into our ME system and we have that going through a storage bus here, like all the stuff that we'd be getting from our flowers or whatever, or I guess our crops would be going into here and then not working. Anyway, what we really need to do is we need to get ourselves a deep storage unit specifically for this stuff. And I think that's going to be our next project. I kind of wanted to work on getting the tier 2 Gaia boss, but this is going to be more important since this is affecting our play here. Like we're still down to 46, 48 FPS. That number is still going down. It should be collecting more items and putting it in here. I'm not sure why there is so much stuff. Let's go downstairs and take a look. Why we have so many entities here. So I see a loot bag there. I see some skulls. Let's turn this back on so we're not going to be spawning any more mobs. Oh man, there's just so much stuff collected right here that's not being collected. I don't know why, but that's the way it is. All right, so we'll get rid of all these loot bags and so on and so forth. We're gonna have like all sorts of armor and stuff that would normally get filtered out in the system. I just want this all cleaned up. I guess I could just wait 5 minutes and it all despawned, but honestly, the best thing is just to clear it all manually like that. Okay, well, we got it all. I keep forgetting I can also go down through that ethereal glass or whatever. All right, so entities look more reasonable at 43 here. We can turn the farm back on. But yeah, we definitely need to get a deep storage unit or a vast storage unit or whatever hooked up to put that essence in. Then we can clean out those drawers we have over here and not really worry about it. Okay, so we made those just the like last episode or something. We're gonna need a storage bus. Let's grab, I thought I had a storage bus on AutoCraft. Apparently I don't. Okay, so let's make a storage bus that requires 2 pistons, one of them being sticky. So let's do a slime ball. All right, we should be good to do this. And then we also need an interface. I don't know where we're gonna put this thing. I almost wonder if we should put it over here since this is where like a lot of our other drops are. Maybe. We could also put it like over here. Yeah, I'm not really sure where the best place for something like that would go. We could just stick it right back here. It's not something we need to look at, right? So we'll do this. We'll put the storage bus after we craft it right on top. Okay, so we need to do a filter. We only want inferium essence to go in here. So we need to make sure we filter that out. We'll also put inferium essence in here just to be doubly sure that nothing else can go in there. And we'll do ME glass cable and just run it right on over to our existing line. That's only using one channel. So we can just do that. Okay, so all of our inferium essence, once that connects to the system, should start coming into here. Now we'll also need to export all the inferium essence in the network into this thing, which is going to be fun, but it's definitely doable. So I'm not seeing any new inferium essence come in here. Why not? Oh, we need to put this at a higher priority. Let's do a priority of 1000. Right? So when the plants get grown and the crops get harvested, the stuff comes in here, but it is not. Did we turn off? Maybe I never hooked those up. Maybe, yeah, maybe we're not collecting any more inferium essence from our mob farm or from our crops, but only from our mob farm. So let's do an export. an export bus. We'll do acceleration cards. And this thing we want to set to be insert only. So I'll do one of those. I'll grab just one of those out of here. We'll set the filter on this guy, put those accelerations in there, and hook this up right like that. So that should be exporting all the inferium essence that our applied energistic system knows about into here. This is set to insert only. So it looks like if we look in here that the essence will just be going away and then we won't have any. But it'll all exist right here. Then all I got to do once that's all exported is just flip the switch to allow this to be bidirectional. So we can insert and take out the essence as we need it. Oh man. That should also clear, I do believe, all the essence that we have in these as well. Yeah, I think, yes, because this is all hooked up to the applied energistic system here, right? So we have another storage bus. So the network knows about this essence as well. So that should be all taken out of there and put into that deep storage unit. Then we'll have to figure out another thing to do. Maybe we'll put like an interface over here and we will have just one drawer specifically for this essence, and then we'll just extract out of the drawer directly into the applied energistic system. That way it all goes into the deep storage unit. I think that's probably how we're going to solve this. Okay, well anyway, this is going to take a while for this to finish up. Didn't mean to go down to this other level. It's going to take a while for this to finish up. Let me just go ahead and make sure everything's going to be working correctly, get the other portion of this hooked up so we don't mess up our mob farm again, and then we'll be back, guys. Okay, so I got that all solved. The 3 compacting drawers we had over here with the inferium essence I have removed. I've replaced it with one drawer here that has inferium essence and it's locked. We don't have any upgrades in here, so it only can hold a maximum of 2,048 items, which is fine. We're never going to get that much item in the system. So what we're doing on the back here, I put an import bus with full acceleration. So any of the essence that goes in here immediately gets sucked out into the ME system, which is going to head over to our deep storage unit that we have over there on the highest priority. So right here, we just have, I moved the P2P tunnel from over there to over here, put a dense cable on there so we now can see how many channels are being used, and just ran the glass cable over the way it was before. So essentially everything's hooked up the same. We just added in this import bus right here. So the 3 drawers that we had with all that Manesio essence, I have moved over here by our furnaces. So they are just connected here specifically for the purpose of being exported into this deep storage unit. So everything's going the same. This hasn't changed at all. We just added those over onto this drawer network. So we're not putting any more into those from the mob farm. Okay, so all of that's being exported into this guy, and all the drops from the mob farm are being imported into the system, which would go back onto this thing as well. So we really don't have to worry about this at all. Now, it is going to take a lot of time for this thing to fill up. We have a third of a million of that essence, but we still got 2.3 million in the system. So yeah, it's going to take a minute. All right, so I did fight that one Gaia boss one time and would drop 6 Gaia spirit. When I fought this the first time, it dropped 8. So I guess there is a random chance in how much that it can drop. So let's go ahead and take 4 of those. We'll turn it into the tier 2 ingot and we'll fight the tier 2 boss together. All right, so I have the witherless rose on me. Oh, I don't have my apples on me. We want these to make sure that we have plenty of health or regeneration. Now, when I fought this boss before, I was able to use ranged attack. I'm pretty sure I wasn't able to do that when I fought this boss in the past, so I guess that has changed. You can now use ranged attack, because I remember having to run after this thing many times with my sword. But yeah, it looks like we can definitely just use our shuriken on this thing. Okay, it's gone down below. We can't really do anything at the moment. Get out of here, pixies. All right, Hypno, you're about to die. Get shurikened. Yeah, I don't know if this guy's affected by looting or whatever. Probably should have slept till day. It would have been easier to see this guy. Whoa, I just got knocked back. Yeah, our health is doing fine. We have plenty of damage resistance with our armor, plus all the buffs from our apples. Really good. All right. So this is the main reason why I wanted to get the shuriken, was for this phase. And of course, it's raining again. It just always rains on this server when I'm trying to record, it feels like. All right, zombies, more witches and skeletons. All right, is my magnet on? Yes, it is. Okay, just making sure. I want to make sure when we kill the wither boss that magnet is on so I can collect all the drops from it and not worry about like going off the edge or, you know, whatever. Low FPS again, huh? All right, where'd you go? You can't fly during this fight either, by the way. If you try and fly, it pretty much makes you not fly anymore. All right, so there we go. All the drops from the boss. Apparently they're over here, even though the boss died over there, which is a little weird. All right, so let's go ahead and put away a lot of these drops. Another thing I sometimes do when I do these fights is I set up like advanced item collectors to just grab all the items in the area, just because there's so much loot spam from these bosses. Potion of Swiftness, that must have been from the witch. Looks like we got 10 Gaia Spirit. I thought you got more than that. Anyway, it's better than just doing it for the 6, right? So you get extras. So I like that. So we got some Mana Steel, Mana Pearl. We got 2 Runes of Envy, 6 Mana Diamonds, plus the Pinkinator. There's an item that you can apply to a wither boss to make it a friendly wither. I've never done that before, but it's just kind of a silly thing. Crafted the Terra Steel Helmet to add the following effect. Critical hits heal for a portion of damage dealt. That's kind of cool if we were using the Terra Steel armor, but we are not. Okay, so we have the Gaia Spirit. We fought the boss. We defeated the boss. Let's grab the rest of the stuff that's around here. And let's get out of the rain because goodness. All right, so we got the Dice of Fate. That was the item that we needed to complete the quest, if I remember correctly. That gives you a chance of 1 unique item. All right, let's pop. Well, actually, before we pop it, let's just see what the quest says. Choice reward. All right, so top loot chest, we'll claim that. And looks like we're all done except for the brewing section, which is a pretty easy thing to do. All right, let's pop it. What do we get? We just got named a ring. No, the Ring of Thor. So Ring of Thor, it is soulbound to me. I believe we have to have a mana tablet or a mana ring filled with mana in order for this thing to work. I can't remember off the top of my head what this particular ring does. Can we fill this up? Yeah, turn out the magnet first. Is that draining? Yes, it is. I guess we could also look that up in the Botania book because it should tell us, if I remember correctly. Type to search. Thor. Okay, let's go back into here. So I searched for Thor, Ring of Thor. One of the 3 mythic rings of Aesir, the Ring of Thor, when worn, bestows upon the wearer the might of the thunder god Thor. This power drastically increases the strength of the area of effect of mining with a Terror Shatterer. This ring can be combined with the other 2 rings in a crafting table to create the ultimate ring. Okay, so we don't have a Terror Shatterer, and I don't plan on ever making one. So that's going to make this ring kind of useless. But if you were playing with Botania and you were using the Botania tools, this would be a pretty awesome ring to have for that. All right, so what do we get from our loot chest? We get 2 Resonant Upgrade Kits. All right, guys, so for the last 2 quests, I went ahead and I made the Botanical Brewery already. It's a very, very easy craft to do. So we got that done. Now it wants us to make the Flask of Shielding, so we have to go through here real quick and figure out the recipe. So Flask of Shielding in the Botanical Brewery is a netherwort, a golden apple, a potato, and then we need either Alph Glass or a Mana Glass. Now it shows this icon, which is the Alph Glass version. So we need to go ahead and make one of those. So I will throw 3 glass into our mana pool to make Mana Glass. Then we'll take that Mana Glass and throw that into the portal here to make the Alph Glass. Now we can take that and do this. All right, so there it gives us 3 of the flasks. All right, so we only need 1 of those. So we need to put the flask, I believe, in the top center here, and just right click it on there, and you just right click the other ingredients, or I think you can queue them on there if I remember right. Yeah, so queue that, a golden apple, and then a potato. It gets the mana. I put our other elven mana spreader I made before onto here, and I made another potency velocity lens, and that crafts up very, very quickly. So there's our flask of shielding that gives us absorption 4, and that completes that quest. Now I'm curious if we use this. Okay, I was thinking that might repair. Another thing I'm kind of curious about though is this over here. So our repair talisman, if that does repair, I wonder, can we make a book and then copy it? So like, let's use Silk Touch for instance. I probably have enough levels to do this. So we'll make Silk Touch. I need some books. All right, so we'll do that there, that there. So we'll copy Silk Touch. I made that for our shovel to try and get that fertilized soil that I made before. So I put that onto a vanilla shovel. Doesn't appear to work that way though. So I just took that out and this thing is repaired. So as long as we are camping this, we can make unlimited books off one of those plates. Normally you can make up to 3. So there is 3. You can make 2 more. We'll wait for it to do 1 more real quick. And then I'll take that out again and see if we can repair it just to be doubly sure. So now there's that. We take it back out. And look at that, guys. It just repaired. That is so cheaty. I like it. So this repair talisman, I'm not sure if we can do anything else with that. I think people have talked about you can put that on a pedestal somewhere and then it like repairs area of effect wise. I don't know. If you guys know about this repair talisman, tell me in the comments down below, what other cheaty things can we do using that thing? Seems like a pretty cheaty item in my opinion. All right, guys. Well, actually, I was going to end it right there, but we never claimed our rewards. Let's do that real quick. Top loot chest for this one, top loot chest for this one. And that completes our whole Botania section, so we don't have to do Botania for quests anymore. So stone and oak wood, and finally, a flask of adrenaline. All right, guys. That's going to do it for this episode of Project Ozone Lite. Had a lot of fun today. We took care of a problem that we obviously were having with all that Inferium Essence building up and then backing up our mob system. Now that the mob system only works when I'm here. So it's not like I have, what is that stuff called? The cursed earth. So it's spawning all the time. So that problem would only affect me while I'm here. But yeah, we took care of that, so we don't have to worry about items building up anymore. But anyway, that's it for today. Thank you guys for watching. Remember to leave a like on the episode if you liked it, and we'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye-bye.